Don't let this election blind you. There's still some strange stuff going on in the world. Let's watch.
To use it, you just put the glasses on, then as you walk by people, the glasses will detect when somebody's face is in frame. This photo is used to analyze them, and after a few seconds, their personal information pops up on your phone. Cambridge Community Foundation. Oh, hi, ma'am. Wait, are you Betsy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I met you through like the Cambridge Community Foundation, right? Yeah. It's great to meet you. I'm Kane.
Oh wait. So do you happen to be the person working on like minority stuff for like Muslims in India at all or something?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you Kashif?
Yes.
Oh, I've read your work before. It's super cool. Oh. So here's how it works. We stream the video from the glasses straight to Instagram and have a computer program monitor the stream. We use AI to detect when we're looking at someone's face. Then we scour the internet to find more pictures of that person. Finally, we use data sources like online articles and voter registration databases to figure out their name, phone number, home address, and relatives' names. And it's all fed back to an app we wrote on our phone. Is your address 4 Valley?
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah.
303. Is
Oh my god. Yes. Not anything, but yes.
also attended Yale's Young Global Scholar Summer Program, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
these are me in like middle school.
Oh my god. What about John and Susan? Are they your
Those are my parents.
parents? Okay.
That had to be the most uncomfortable, the most disturbed I've ever been watching one of these TikTok videos. Like the fact that this technology was created, this app was created by college students. Oh yeah, these little Asian boys about to make some money because somebody, I don't know, Google, Apple, somebody gonna buy this technology off of them and probably use it for evil. I don't like this at all. There was nothing about that was okay.
Have y'all seen this technology yet? This is crazy. So this thing scans your body, scans your face, and it shows you your flight information, but no one else can read your flight information. Only you. Check this out, y'all. This is crazy. It's pretty scary. Look at this.
Delta's parallel reality experience. That's what happens when you walk through here and go up to that gate. It scans your face, and when you look up there, you'll get your flight info, but only from your point of view.
I can't see it.
You can't see it?
No. It's so cool.
It has to be the phone.
Yeah.
No, that's my info.
Are you able to read his stuff up there at all or no?
No, I can see a picture.
So did y'all see that? He walks through a portal, it scans him, and only he can see what his information says. So is this a form of like facial recognition? Like how does it know what face to match up the correct information? Like that's weird, y'all. So you telling me that they have this type of technology at the airport? This is in Detroit, by the way, y'all. I mean, y'all saw the camera. That couldn't even pick up on the information. It seemed like the pixels, it was distorted and all that. And the lady said she could only see a plane. So y'all noticing the theme as of late, right? That's more things that have to do with portals entering into our world now. And like I said, this is only going to get a lot more interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all.
Like this whole facial recognition thing, when you walk into places, is going too far. It's going overboard. It's way too much, because if they got facial recognition on you and they're able to determine certain information based off your facial recognition or touch recognition, all that stuff, it lets them know, it lets us know that they have too much data stored on us. It's not okay. And this is not good for our privacy. Think about it.
A guy on Twitter just revealed software that can take an Instagram photo and use AI to search open cameras in a location to see if they can find the video of you taking the photo that day. So the guy who created Die With Me, which is that chat app you can only use when you have less than 5% battery, just unveiled this software where you give it like the Instagram photo on the left, and on the right you see this AI searching through a bunch of open cameras all around the world to see if they can find the people in the photo with the proper location and give you the video of the photo actually being taken. Personally, I think this is brilliant. This must have been so hard to put together. The effect is fantastic, and it's a great way to remind people that you are constantly being watched, and so much more of your information is out there than you think. Also, it's way easier to find your location at all times than you think. Check out his Twitter. He's got a YouTube video on it if you want to learn more about it. He also has a way to support his page. But yeah, I think this is dope and terrifying.
A word of advice to this girl here. If you gonna make a video like this, turn off your freaking audio on your clip if you're not gonna say nothing. We just needed to hear the audio from her. We need to hear the TV in the background. Oh my God.
You're working, okay? Working. I look down at the bird, you know, I pick up trash, whatever. I look down, there's book. What is this? Why is the wires coming out? Oh, coming out of the bird. This is a real bird, dude. It's like, it's a real bird. Like, his head is off. So it's like there's gut. Like, but there's wires. Dude, there's wires coming out of its neck. And then that, like it's decomposing, but the head is off. Oh, I'm struggling. What? Oh, they say.
Oh yeah, no, they actually using birds as reconnaissance. If y'all don't remember, we already saw a video of a dude that was in the water and he had on camouflage and he tossed a little robotic bird up into the sky and it was flying. Yeah, that was one of them.
Okay, this is crazy. Look.
Bro, that leaf is floating in midair. Look, I don't see no string.
Right?
Oh, I do see the string. Darn it. I saw the string.
Bro.
Did y'all see the string? Girl, you think you slick. I'm going to show y'all the string. I'm going to show y'all the string. You don't see it right here, right? So convincing, so convincing. It almost looked like a spider web was connected to it or something. Right here. You see it? Lookerish. Lookerish. You see it? Aha! It's like a spider web. Maybe she didn't even see it. It's a spider web connected to that thing. Bro, nothing.
Have you guys heard about Omar Odavi? This is him on this chair. Scientists are trying to study his blood type and the metal content in his blood because for whatever reason he attracts sea life. They don't know if it's mercury because he does have a high mercury count in his blood. But whenever he gets close to the ocean, animals are automatically attracted to him. They don't know if it's the magnetic field. They don't know what it is. But you can see here they were trying to do a control group study where there was another guy that went on the beach in this chair and nothing came. And he sits and all these sharks come. And you can see that there's some stingrays in there.
That's crazy.
It's quite incredible. I wish that, part of me wishes that I had this ability. But it does come with its downside. He has really poor circulation to his hands and his feet. So he constantly has to have them warmed and have heat pads on them. And Everest is out of the question because they would freeze off right away. But quite cool.
Besides the fact that this dude has poor circulations, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. All them sharks swimming up there, and none of them are aggressive stingrays. They're not even, or moray eels, whatever they call it, not even being attacked by the sharks. All of them just chilling. And the best part is he ain't even in the water. Like, he's not wet. He's just sitting there. Like, is he calming to them? Are they relaxed by his energy and presence? What is this? It does need to be studied, but don't cut this man up to find out. Just do some blood work, please.
I've been seeing these videos about how these air fryers have high levels of lead in them. I got this one a couple years ago from Aldi. And look at that. We've been using this thing and eating on this thing. We don't use it every day, but this is concerning. So therefore, we are no longer going to be using this. Instant. Man.
People in the comment was like, yeah, that's not the surface that you're cooking your food on. You're putting a whole tray that separates that plate, also some parchment paper underneath your food. It's like so many layers between that lead plate and then your actual food.
Pray for New Orleans, and then you right behind him, you can see that there is green dots in the sky. And then here's the better video. They're kind of sweeping around. You see the rain flying around. You see the trees pushing down, and you see the one thing sweeping. And then he goes back, looks at it again. The object continues to sweep the ground with the laser. And then it looks like the other ones are firing up the lasers as well. Sadly, the trees are in the way there of getting a good look at these things. Plus, there is a lot of wind and rain, and the visibility is not that good. That is a potential reason why these things may be out there at that time. This weather is going to disguise what they are and what they're doing out there. So
I'm a very strong believer that they're using some sort of technology to create this idea that it's a natural disaster, because how else are they going to get away with controlling the population without it making it seem like they're trying to control the population? Obviously, they're doing something to our food. I can literally feel it, but let them tell it.
What I'm about to show you is insane. This is a video from the Graham Norton show when Liam Payne had an interview and he started talking about P. Diddy and Jay-Z. Now, specifically in this video, there is something going on that's suspicious with the hosts of the show, especially when he mentions Jay-Z. Watch their hands. Their hand movements are to the second exactly the same. There's almost a tap on the leg to Graham Norton, and then their hands are put together, put on their laps. It's just strange. Watch this.
Sat there just looking in P. Diddy's eyes like, when is this going to end? And then the worst of it happened. There was a whole thing with Jay-Z, and I went in to lean in to speak to him. But you can't lean in to speak to Jay-Z. You're not allowed to lean in. And his bodyguard just like shoved me like this, and I went flying in. And his bodyguard just like shoved me like this, and I went flying.
As soon as he mentioned Jay-Z, they did that. They looked away, they put their hands together and put it in their lap. That's weird. Am I the only one? Surely not. Can you see it? And what's even weirder is the fact that this video I just showed you resurfaced 12 hours before Liam Payne passed away. Pretty convenient, right?
It's interesting how they kind of seem to get a bit uncomfortable when he started telling the story and mentioning Jay-Z's name. Hey, if he and Queen B are literally the queen of the Illuminati, then yeah, they gonna put their hands together and sit quietly.
By a lake with water, near a town with people, a helicopter is seen pouring mysterious things into the water. This is the drinking water for the people. We don't know what the helicopter is putting in the water, but it's definitely not feeder.
Kim Kardashian's Halloween costume is currently going viral because she was a reptilian for Halloween. And this wasn't just some Party City costume. This is the most effort I have seen anyone put into a Halloween costume. And just pay attention to the detail. Every part of her body has these scales, which are quite literally the same exact of this crocodile that was also posted. Not only that, take a look at her eyes. And look, I'm not the biggest reptilian conspiracy person, but I mean, this is absolutely wild. She even has a massive tail. My initial reaction to this costume was I was just shocked. But then I saw this clip where she was in the dark and there was this light flashing on her. And then I started getting really creeped out. I actually think the timing of this is interesting because I know she's a brand ambassador for Balenciaga, and not too long ago they just released the reptilian shoes that go for $1,900. So it's definitely a little odd, but let me know what you guys think about this.
I'll tell you exactly what I think about this. That was just her showing us her true skin. Yeah, they getting ready. They want us all to see exactly what they look like when that human face gets peeled back.
That I could be an Illuminati member.
I think you potentially could be an Illuminati member, Dr. Phil. I don't think that you get this amount of power and influence and media coverage without taking a deal.
With who?
The Illuminati. They would come and say, Dr. Phil, we can offer you all the money. We can offer you power. We can offer you influence. You just need to take a deal with us.
Could I be wearing a mask?
You could. Could I get up and look?
No, how are you going to look?
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you think?
I think that the technology is so advanced.
Let me tell you, sister, if I was wearing a mask, it wouldn't look like this.
Come on now, Dr. Phil. Give yourself a little bit more credit than that. Ain't nothing wrong with your face.
The McDonald's logo, you may think, is simply a M for McDonald's. But is there something ancient and satanic about this logo? There's an ancient German mythological creature called Mephistopheles, and this is a demon, basically. Well, in this alleged ancient black magic book, you see this M logo, and you also see a demon at the bottom there. This is the M with increased brightness. You can see it, possibly referencing an ancient demon known as Mephistopheles. Now, the founder of McDonald's, Ray Kroc, was a Bohemian Grove member and believed to be a 33rd degree Freemason. If you look at the Ronald McDonald House Charities logo, if you draw a line from here to there and the roof, you get a Masonic compass.
Oh, snap. I didn't even think about that.
The U.S. Patent Office instructs their caseworkers to deny or stall alternatives of free energy patents. If this sounds like a conspiracy theory, it's actually not, and here's the proof. The U.S. Patent Office had a secret program that could prevent inventions that were flagged from ever being granted a patent. It was called the Sensitive Application Warning System, referred to as SAWS. Most people don't know about this program that began in 1994 because it was intended to be kept secret. However, the program was revealed to the public through a leaked internal memo that was sent to a U.S. Patent Office manager that instructed them to remind their case examiners of the SAWS program guidelines. This is proof that the government is silencing and suppressing free energy. It's right here in their documents. Think about it. There were only a few categories on this list, and free energy was one of them.
And that just goes to show you some of the BS around these patent laws, because even if you have something that you created that you patent, it doesn't mean that only you get to right to make money off of it. As you see, they won't let anybody patent anything for free, because if you patent something for free, then that means that other people can't make money off of it, even though you patented it.
I want to say something that was the weirdest thing I think I've ever heard a politician say.
All right.
It involves Hillary Clinton. So 2 weeks ago, it was the Clinton Global Initiative. The interviewer asked...
Brief final question. You liken yourself to Cassandra. Putting that Cassandra hat on for the moment, what is something you see happening in the near future that we should be taking more seriously?
I said...
Hold on a second.
What? I looked it up, and it says in Greek mythology, Cassandra was a prophetess who could predict the future, but was never believed. Her name literally means she who entangles men. The god Apollo, which a lot of people have interpreted as Apollo is Satan, fell in love with Cassandra and offered her the gift of prophecy in exchange for love. Cassandra agreed, but then refused to keep her word. In retaliation, Apollo cursed her so that no one would believe her predictions. But what's so weird to me was that she has apparently openly said, I'm like Cassandra.
Because if you were indeed cursed like Cassandra, then that means we shouldn't believe you, right? Or does it mean that regardless of whether people are supposed to leave you, what you're saying is true?
The FDA allows Big Food and Big Pharma to directly bribe them. Why? Simple. Because the FDA is Big Food and Big Pharma. This is the head of the FDA, Robert Califf. Nice looking man, but, don't let his aw shucks appearance fool you. Forbes magazine writes, Califf's industry ties run deep. He worked closely with drug companies in the best way possible, convincing them to do large, expensive, and profitable clinical trials that help prove the effectiveness of major medicines from big pharma companies like Sanofi, Merck, and J&J. But not only that, he was also a paid consultant on the payroll for big pharma companies like Merck, J&J, GSK, AstraZeneca, and Eli Lilly. Califf's largest consulting payment was from J&J to the tune of $87,500. He was so corrupt that Joe Manchin, of all people, tried to filibuster his confirmation. So when experts like this one say that food dyes are deemed safe by the FDA, you got to know that they're safe because the FDA is paid to look the other way. In fact, the FDA has not evaluated the safety of food dyes for decades. It says right here, Red 40, for example, was last evaluated for health risks back in 1971. That's over 50 years ago. For those scientists out there, don't tell me that science hasn't evolved or learned anything in the last 50 years.
That's crazy. I've been made so aware of the dangers of food dyes that I'm constantly looking at the ingredients to make sure there's no yellow 10 or red 40, whatever the numbers are. It doesn't even matter. If I see it, I'm not consuming it.
So I've got this box of VHS tapes. And according to what's on some of them, they're recorded circa like 1996 from television. And here I have one. And it has this day in the life of George W. Bush in the White House with Tom Brokaw. And we have the commercial breaks. And what do we have here? What happened here? This is like an old cassette tape found in a garage.
No cornucopia.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Swear we have gone through some type of rift or split in space, because where was the cornucopia? Where was it?
J-Lo's ex-husband claims that J-Lo sacrificed chickens for Santeria rituals. Oh, Johnny Noah married Lopez in February of 1997. When they were desperate to save their marriage, he visited an LA home of a Santeria guru with J-Lo. This is what he was saying. Noah said, quote, "We participated together in sacrifices of chickens and hens, and in one occasion, I was present when they were cleansing Jennifer with the blood of a hen, and herbs were passed over her body. Meanwhile, the godmother was asking the gods to cleanse Jennifer and save our marriage," he said. Noah testified that Lopez, quote, "was doing voodoo when we weren't married. She was doing bad things to a lot of people when we were friends. And I knew all this time because we did personally, me and her, to this particular lady." Noah added that Lopez did voodoo and, quote, "all this religious bullshit," unquote, to former lovers, including Sean Puffy Combs. She's been accused of doing voodoo on her ex-boyfriends, dude. Ben Affleck, Sean Diddy Combs, this Ojani guy.
It would make sense because they all look drained and miserable, like they've had the life sucked out of them.
No, saying they sold J-Lo, you played Selena. Selena had wrong done upon her, and you was out here doing wrong so that you can get the fame and success. Oh, no.
Do not believe that glyphosate in Argentina is causing increases in cancer. You can drink a whole quart of it and it won't hurt you.
You want to drink some? We have some here.
I'd be happy to, actually. But not really, but
not really.
I know it wouldn't hurt me.
If you say so, I have some glyphosate.
No, I'm not stupid.
Okay, so you.
No, but I know
so it's dangerous,
I know people try to commit with it and fail fairly regularly.
Tell the truth.
It's not dangerous to humans. No, it's not.
So are you ready to drink one glass of glyphosate?
No, I'm not an idiot. Interview me about golden rice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, then it's finished. Then the interview is finished.
That's a good way to solve things.
Yeah. You're a complete jerk.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how the elites try to gaslight us. They literally do this to us. They do it when it comes to our food, our water source. They're like, no, it's not harmful. It's not harmful. It's completely safe for human consumption. And then you say, hey, all right, go ahead, show us that it's safe. They're like, no, I'm not stupid. I'm not about to eat this. Oh my God. Oh man, this is America. This is America.
This is the evil group of people that I call the polyester pirates. And they basically tricked everybody into thinking it's okay to be wearing plastic as clothing. Polyester, nylon, and spandex are all chemically processed plastics, and everybody's, especially women's yoga athletic outfits, and everybody's clothes these days are being made of pure plastic. The funniest part about the polyester pirates is these materials originate from one of the most evil chemical companies on the planet. And they're also the chemical company that came up with the most toxic chemicals known to man. They're putting these toxic chemicals in the clothes, causing havoc on people's bodies, leaching chemicals everywhere, and not to mention the fact that they're spreading microplastics everywhere. They're literally messing with people's hormones, and nobody has anything to say about it. I'm fighting back against the polyester pirates. I'm doing everything I can design-wise and to let people know.
Not gonna lie, I just learned something today. No more polyester for me. Cotton is the way to go. Heck, if you play with cotton a certain way, you can make it feel just as soft, just as coarse, just as hard as you would like. Cotton. let's stick to it.
What were they after? Well, first of all, he told me over and over and over. When he first told me, LaToya, they're going to kill me. I said, who, Michael? First, I thought you're Michael Jackson. Nobody in their right mind would ever think of doing anything like this to you. That's what you think. He says, no, but you don't understand. And then I saw how serious he was. He said, it's bigger than what you think. I said, well, Michael, what is it? He said, it's my publishing. They're after my publishing. They want to take it. As you guys know, my brother had one of the largest catalogs in the world, meaning music-wise.
The Beatles collection was one of them.
He owned the Beatles, yes. There's an elevator music that you hear, just everything, basically a piece.
And you know who it was. Can you say who it was?
No, I cannot say, because there were other
Why
people
can't
in
you
the house
say?
as well. Because I prefer not to at the moment, but I will say this. I would love to have a one-on-one with several people. One person I would love to have.
Safe?
I would love to have a one-on-one with probably.
I mean, I don't know if you say that because you think that you could instinct.
Shout out to Whoopi Goldberg for keeping LaToya Jackson safe by telling her, hey, don't you say nothing.
What U.S. presidents would look like today? George Washington. What he would look like today?
Kind of looks like him, yeah.
John Adams. What he would look like today?
Yo, these aren't pictures of real people? Don't tell me this is not AI. If this is, God is getting too good.
Thomas Jefferson. What he would look like today?
That's 100% him. That's crazy.
James Madison. What he would look like today?
Bro, that's...
James Monroe.
This is crazy.
What he would look like today?
100%.
John Quincy Adams. What he would look like today? Andrew Jackson.
Come on.
What he would look like today?
Yo,
Martin Van Buren.
This is crazy.
What he would look like today? William Henry Harrison.
AI, it's crazy.
What he would look like today?
That's him.
John Tyler. What he would look like today?
Dang, they made him younger. I truly believe that AI is going to get to a point next year, if it isn't already there, where everybody and their mama is going to be like, all right, this needs to stop. And it needs to stop right now.
This experiment is absolutely wild and may confirm that we're living in a simulation. It was performed by Thomas Young and it's called the double slit experiment. So basically, if you fire particles at a screen through a split, it will make this clumping pattern, okay? What if you add a second slit? You fire the particles, it makes two clumping patterns. Everybody with me? So if you perform this with a wave, this is what you would expect to see. The density would be in the middle and it would disperse outwards, but it would look similar to the clumping pattern with the most density being in the middle. So now let's do it with the two slits. When you do two slits, as the waves pass, they create their own waves, and the waves interfere with each other at different points. This is called an interference pattern, okay? Particles clump together, waves make an interference pattern. So now let's do it with electrons. As you fire it through, you'll see a similar clumping pattern. So as scientists performed it with two slits, they expected to see two clumping patterns, but they didn't. What they saw was this, the interference pattern. For years, the scientists thought, well, maybe these electrons would collide with each other, and that's what causes this interference pattern. So in the 60s, they modified the experiment where they would only shoot one electron at a time, and it still made the interference pattern. So they wanted to see what was causing this, and so they made an observer. They wanted to record what was happening, and here's what's crazy. With the observer there, the electrons would make two clumping patterns. They would behave the way that they were supposed to. Without the observer, the interference pattern.
But that's a different result to what we had earlier. So here's the last bit of sneakiness that we can play with atoms. Surely now, we're going to get to grips with it. Leave the detector there, but just very quietly go and unplug it. Don't let the atoms know that you're not spying on them. Run the experiment again.
They run it again with the observer unplugged, and it's the same interference pattern. Depending on whether the particles were being observed or not, impacted the way that they would act. Like, how would a particle be aware of this? So the experiment was updated to the delayed choice experiment. They would fire a photon. There would be no observer until the photon goes through the slits. Then the observer would turn on. And here's where it gets absolutely insane. Once the observer was turned on, the photon would act like it had been observed the entire time. It would go back to doing a clumping pattern, switching from wave to particle.
Experiment showed is that even though the electrons started as waves but behaved like particles after being observed, at the moment the decision to observe them was made, the electrons recorded themselves as having passed through the slits as particles. The electrons changed their state by going back in time.
Do you understand what that is saying? They changed their state by going back in time. The scientific definition of that, by the way, is called retrocausality. So if photons from a star came to Earth, let's say that star is 100 million years away, those photons went through a double slit, they would make the wave interference pattern, unless they were being observed. If it was observed, it would make the clumping pattern. Even though for 100 million years it existed as a wave pattern, once you observed it, through retrocausality, goes 100 million years in the past and acts like a particle. This is similar to how rendering works in a video game. A video game engine only renders what you perceive. It's not going to render all of the detail inside of this building until you are there inside the building. It is constantly rendering things as your perception changes. The reason why it does this is so it can save on compute power, but you have the illusion of a complete and total map. The double slit experiment suggests that the same thing may be happening with us. Things only get rendered if you're observing them. So everybody's heard the saying, if a tree falls in the woods but no one's around to hear it, did it make a sound? Well, according to the double slit experiment, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to observe it, does it even exist? Did it even do anything? Pretty trippy, right?
All right, that has to be hands down one of my favorite theories that I've seen as of yet. And if they studied this and understood how it happened, oh man, we might be able to finally time travel.
So there's this. No way.
She a fool. Got herself again. The lights peeking through the underside of the seat headrest here. She thought it was eyes. Ah!
Let's start recording before the green screen comes up. I'm supposed to.
Get him!
Meow.
Scared.
What is this new filter?
Oh, he didn't know.
Bro, why they fuck?
That would have got me too.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my fucking kidding me.
That was a freaking feather. That was a feather off of his daggone robe here. This man had a whole feather on his forehead. Look at it. It looked like a spider or a bug of some sort.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my fucking kidding me.
Slow.
I thought that this was cute. It's also Steve Mac.
Jesus!
Jesus!
You can't be popping up on me like that. You do that too much.
Felt good to end this video off with a good laugh. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. See ya.